How did I almost kill my Ninja Woodfire? And why did the pitmaster go to therapy? That second one's easy. Too many guilty pleasures. That's right, I almost nuked my Ninja Woodfire trying to get it ready for this long-term update video. We'll get into that in a minute, but first, let's start prepping something to cook on this while I talk about the Ninja Woodfire. That is my Ninja Woodfire Pro XL. Heads up, Ninja gave it to me over 2 years ago. They didn't pay me to make any videos. They've never paid me to make a video. You can factor that in however you like. These are some chickens, and we're gonna cook chicken on the Ninja Woodfire Pro XL. Now I have quite a bit of experience with Ninja Woodfires. I had the original one, which I did over 30 cooks on film and many more off film. And then I upgraded to the Pro XL when it came out. And I've done over 40 on-camera cooks on this one and way more off. I've done hundreds of cooks on Ninja Woodfires. You could say I wrote the book on it, literally. One of the questions I get about it all the time is, it looks so small. Can you really cook anything of worth on it? The short answer is yes, it's got plenty of capacity. I've cooked briskets, I've cooked pulled porks. You gotta be smart about it, but in general, I think you'd be hard pressed to have a problem feeding a bunch of people using one of these. For example, whole chicken, second whole chicken. That is 12.5 pounds of chicken, no problem at all. I'm gonna do this as a Moroccan inspired chicken. I'm gonna use some cilantro and some parsley and just give them a chop. Now, in speaking of capacity, one of the questions I get a lot is it worth getting the XL over the regular one? And that's 100% yes. If you are considering a Woodfire, just get the XL. You are going to enjoy that extra capacity because at some point you're gonna find something, you're like, I wanna try a brisket. A brisket was pretty tough on the regular one, no problem on the XL. Next up, about 8 to 10 cloves of garlic, just mince them. You want the zest and juice of 1 lemon. And to keep it Moroccan, I'm using these lemon peel and garlic preserved olives. I was looking for preserved lemons and olives, but I couldn't find preserved lemons, but this should do the trick. You shouldn't finger your olives, don't do that, it's not a good idea. But I don't have a fork or anything to get these at, and I'm lazy. Now I'm just gonna pour a little bit of this juice in there. I think that's gonna help. I'm just gonna rough chop these up. Close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades. Then we add in 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1/2 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And mix it well. And don't worry, I'll get into how I almost nuked my Woodfire here in a little bit, but let's finish prepping these chickens. All you're gonna do is try to separate the skin from the chicken with your fingers and then jam that marinade underneath the skin. Whatever you got left over, rub it on the outside. Sprinkle a little bit of salt on the outside for good measure. And these are ready to go on. Let's prep the smoker and use that trick I'm talking about. Grab a pellet hopper and give it the dad shake. The dad shake either compacts the pellets and makes it burn better, separates the pellets and gives it lots of air and makes it burn better, or does absolutely nothing and makes me feel like it burns better. I still do it every time. Take your pellet hopper, put it in the Woodfire. I'm gonna use the built-in probes to make sure that I cook this chicken properly. We'll insert it into the breast. I'm gonna use the app and I'm gonna go hit thermometer because we want a thermometer cook. We're gonna set smoker. Our grill temp, I wanna do these at 275. And then Woodfire is on. Thermometer 1, target temp, chicken. Start. Our Woodfire is now going through its ignition sequence. Another issue you guys seem to have that I've dealt with over my whole 2 years is my pellets aren't really igniting. Do the double ignite. We'll do that in a second, but we're just gonna wait for it to go completely through its ignite procedure and then reignite it again. I've just kind of made this a habit to do this. It really gets the pellet lit and I really don't have any problems with them staying lit after that. After that, it's just a gravity thing. The top of the pellets burn, it burns down, and if you catch it before it burns completely out and refill it, they should just kind of keep going off of the residual smoldering pellets. Another thing you can do to help get your pellets burning if you're having issues is throw them in the microwave for about 30 seconds. That'll help dry them out a little bit if they're being stubborn. And I'm gonna show you one other thing that is definitely not Ninja approved to use in the worst case scenario. Now for the reason that most of you probably clicked on this video. How did I almost nuke my Ninja Woodfire Pro XL? Well, I was trying to clean it up to get it ready for this video. I'm not the greatest about normal maintenance cleaning, so mine usually gets pretty bad and I'll have to do like a deep clean every once in a while. I haven't done a deep clean on this in the full 2 years that I had it. It was pretty caked on with smoke and stuff. So I decided to try something that a viewer asked me about. Can you take the fan off to clean it? The answer is yes, but don't do it. I took the fan off, and when you pull the heating element out, there's a screw on the left, and it can just kind of sit there. Now, I was multitasking. I was taking a business call while I was cleaning, and I really wasn't thinking about what I was doing. So as I'm spraying it down with my preferred cleaner, the Easy Off, I know some of you guys don't like the chemicals, but it works fantastically. So I'm spraying it down, and I didn't realize that by pulling that part out, I left an open hole, and I let liquid get into that open hole. I hosed this thing down with cleaner, wiped it. I wasn't using any water for rinses. I was just using a wet rag. I was trying to be good, and put it back together, turned it on, fired up, no problem. As soon as I hit start, it would trip the breaker. And I was like, oh man, that's an electrical short caused by liquid. And I realized my issue. Now, how did I save it? I took it apart, I let it be open, let that little hole be open, and I stuck it in a room for an entire day with a dehumidifier running. And I pulled out as much moisture as I could. Once that moisture was all gone, I put it back together, and she fired right up, no problems. And it actually looks pretty clean. So, if you do the take the fan off thing, make sure you plug the holes and don't get any liquid into it. But I would suggest just keep up with regular cleaning and don't worry about that. As far as like actual issues that I've had with the unit that I didn't cause, there's really only two things. One of them is this little part right here where it says Pro Connect. The plastic and the face is kind of coming apart a little bit. I heated it up with a hairdryer, pushed it down, and it's been more attached, but that's a common issue with these wood fires, that thing starts to separate, unfortunately. The other issue I have is an app-related issue. We'll get to that in a minute. One of the other questions that I've had from a viewer is, how loud is the fan? Not very loud. So I'm gonna put my phone right next to it and record, and I'm gonna play it without any audio filters. Pretty quiet. It's never ever bothered me at all. All right, let's talk durability and longevity. This is my original flat top that I've been using for the whole time. It is messed up. It is caked on with all kinds of stuff. It looks terrible, but guess what? It still functions pretty well and works fine. Now, I bought a brand new one because I wanted to have something that looked nicer for videos than this one that's all junked up. Now, I do use the junked up one for certain times when I'm smoking or something and I'm worried about scratching the good one, but it's held up pretty well. And in my opinion, these are like 40 bucks. So if after 2 years you had to buy a new grill top for $40, but your grill is still fine, I feel like that's a pretty good value. Because I run this channel, I have a lot of grills. But the one I cook on probably the most when I'm not filming is this one. It is just the easiest to set up, the easiest to clean, and the fastest to do a quick and easy meal on. Now, if I'm cooking for fun, or I'm looking for absolute perfection, yes, I will pick the Kamado Joe or my gravity-fed Masterbuilt smoker. And that leads me into the next portion of this. How far off is the food that I cook on this from those? Honestly, not far. Are those better? Yes, 100%. They're gonna be a little smokier. You'll get that natural smoke ring that everybody cares about, which is nothing. It is literally just a scientific thing that happens between the myoglobins and the nitrates in the smoke that causes that ring. It doesn't add any flavor. It doesn't mean your smoke penetrated better. It is just a chemical process. That chemical process does not happen in this guy because of the way it burns the pellets. It doesn't get them to the right flame and the right type of smoke to make that happen. That doesn't mean that you don't get smoke flavor. Trust me, the food tastes smoky. Now, how much better is the food from the other ones? Maybe 10, 15%. It's not like this food is half as good as the other ones. Now, I've served plenty of people food that has been cooked on the Ninja Woodfire, and some that didn't even know it was smoked on the Woodfire, not a quote unquote real smoker. And not one of them has said, wow, this is not very smoky, or this needs more smoke. Every one of them has said, that's fantastic. Food is great. Thank you. One other question I get from viewers a lot is, can I use this inside? No. It is not an indoor appliance. It is an outdoor appliance. The only way you could honestly probably use this safely inside is to never ever use the smoker feature. The problem is, once you use the smoker feature, it kind of builds up stuff in there, hence the cleaning. Now, even if you're not using the smoker feature currently and you're just using the unit and you're using it inside, all of that stuff inside starts heating up and it starts letting off gases. Those gases are not good for you. Everything I have looked up has said it is a bad idea to use something that has had smoker type stuff inside the house. Now, if you disagree with me, that's fine. But I say, please, just don't do it. If you want to get an indoor one, there's plenty of indoor air fryers that would work perfectly and do almost everything this does, minus the smoking, which you shouldn't be doing inside. Now, for that last ditch effort where your pellets just aren't lighting and you are having the darndest time, the non-Ninja approved method is get yourself a little propane torch. Not joking. Go ahead and turn it on. Open up your pellet hopper and light the top of the pellets till they're nice and smoldery. That will definitely get them going. Just be careful, it is going to heat up and keep the flame away from the plastic parts, but you can do it. I will show you. Bob's your uncle. And now I wait for chicken to cook. For you, it's just gonna be like, according to the app, chicken number 1 is at 161 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at it. It's a pretty nice looking chicken. I pulled this because carryover cooking is gonna get us all the way up to our 165. So we're just gonna let this guy rest while this guy goes for a few more minutes. Our other chicken is ready. This guy needs some time to rest. This guy's been resting for a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look how he did. Definitely juicy. So much juice. Should I have let this chicken rest longer? Yes, but I have to go pick my daughter up from school. So let's try, oh my God, this is like so tender. Moroccan style chicken. That is wonderful. I love those flavors, the citrusiness of the olive and the preserved lemon. Oh, it's just wonderful. Probably could use a little bit of extra salt, but you can always add more salt. Oh, that is good. I made like a little yogurt dipping sauce. All this is Greek yogurt, dill, lemon juice, some of the juice from those olives, and those olives, plus a little bit of salt. That's it. Woodfire for the win. Fantastic chicken. Actually, 2 whole chickens cooked on the Woodfire. If you want the recipe, link's gonna be in the description to my website, dadgotthis.com. So after 3 years cooking on a Woodfire, 2 years on this one in particular, can I recommend the Woodfire? Yes. The people I think it really fits most are people who are brand new to smoking. You've never done smoking before. You've never run an offset grill. You don't know how to do fire management and all that kind of stuff, or you don't even wanna know. You just wanna get some awesome barbecue food with as little effort as possible. This is the unit for that. It is easier than a pellet grill. It is easier than a charcoal grill. It is the easiest way to get smoky food, period, hands down. The other person I think this is absolutely perfect for is the person who just loves barbecue and smoky food. This is gonna allow you to have it way more often with way less effort. It's just so easy to use, it doesn't hurt to have a weeknight cook of some smoked chicken or a smoked pork butt or something like that. You can just fire it up without any issues. And cleanup is pretty easy, as long as you don't make my mistakes. The unit is not cheap, but I think for what you get for it, it is a great value. Hope this answers some of your questions if you are looking to get a Woodfire or if you have one. But if I didn't, please leave your question in the comments. I am working on a Dad Answers Viewers Comments Woodfires Questions on a video. That's probably not gonna be the title, but something close to it. It's gonna be where I take your guys' questions from the comments and I answer them. Pretty straightforward. That's Dad Answers Questions video. Yeah, I don't think that needs much more explanation. So, if I didn't get to your question, please leave it in the comments. You want to get my book? Link will be in the description. I guess with all that out of the way, there's only one question left to answer. What do you call a chicken in hot water? Soup. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, tell you all about his Ninja Woodfire and cook some delicious chicken. But one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on. You say you like brisket, ribs, and pumpkin pie. But can you handle the dad jokes that come with them? My cookbook, Bad Jokes, Good Food, has over 24 Woodfire recipes guaranteed to make you hungry and groan at the same time. Order your copy now at dadgotthis.com.